To my second question. The United States has passed all of these sanctions laws to put pressure on investments in Iran's energy sector, which have reduced Iran's oil and natural gas production. The Iranian regime, however, continues to sell 2.3 million barrels per day of crude oil, which generates over $80 billion annually for the Iranian treasury. The sale of Iranian crude represents between 50 to 75% of the Iranian regime's budget, literally fueling the regime's ability to export terrorism, build a nuclear weapons program, and repress its own population. It's clear to me that if this is one of the greatest global concerns we face, it is clear that we must find a way to target this lifeblood of the Iranian regime. One major loophole in our law permits Iran to sell oil to Europe, where it is refined and sold to the United States. Today, when Americans fill up their cars with gasoline, it's possible and legal for this gasoline to be derived from Iranian crude oil. I think most Americans would be appalled to learn that they are putting Iranian gasoline in their vehicles. Now, I have been working with industry experts on closing this loophole to ensure that the United States is an Iranian oil-free zone. We can do this without imposing an oil embargo on the sale of Iranian crude, which would drive up the price of oil and inadvertently enrich the Iranian regime. The solution is simple. European refiners that are interested in selling to the United States would have to replace their purchases of Iranian crude with supplies from elsewhere. This would redirect sales of Iranian crude to a small group of buyers who, with less competition for the price of Iranian oil, would be able to negotiate significant price discounts from Iran on the sale of every barrel of oil. These discounts would deny the Iranian regime billions of dollars in hard currency. Can you tell me whether you are open to closing this loophole, establishing the United States as an Iranian oil-free zone, and ending the practice of Americans buying gasoline from Iran, and in doing so effectively paying an Iranian regime which commits violence against Americans and our allies, against our troops in Iraq, and for which you yourself have said is our greatest global concern?
Thank you very much, Senator.